Welcome back to my channel. My name is Al Frugoni and today we are doing a crazy recipe. You asked for it, open fire brisket. Vamos!
Hey Al, you ready?
Yes sir, it's a beautiful day to up a brisket, man. My apologies to all the experts on smoking because what we are about to do today is gonna piss off a lot of people. Vamos, open fire brisket. I am a big believer that you can cook anything in open fire, and I did. I even cook a whole 600-pound whole steer in a big cross open fire. But there's two pieces of meat that I don't think is possible. One is the brisket and the other one is the shank, right? The legs. Probably are the most tough muscles in the whole cow. Again, I'm not a butcher, I'm not a specialist, but you know, common sense, right? The legs, they use it all the time. The chest, right? The brisket is the chest, so they use it all the time, the animal, right? That's why it's very tough. Yes, we can cook it, of course, but why it's not gonna turn good? Because it's very tough and open fire doesn't give you the time or, you know, the convection heat or the braise, right? To make it tender, right? But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. So today, we're gonna use the asador style technique. We're gonna cook in the Fog STX in the Alamo. We're gonna try to cook it the whole way asador style until it reaches 203 internal. Talking about that, I got my first thermometer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, for the first time, I'm not gonna use the Al Frugoni thermometer. I have a real thermometer. I think it's out here, huh? Santi, where did we put it? No está. Oh, okay. It can be right. Santi, man, come, let me check. Why so low? It should be low.
Because it's not in Fahrenheit.
Oh, Celsius, okay. Ladies and gents, thermometer. And another thing, like I always say, and we have to stay true to our open fire beliefs, we're not gonna trim. Some would say, but that's a lot of fat, at least trim something. No, we don't trim fat. It's against my, I don't know, beliefs. I don't know, I can't trim fat. We're gonna use that fat to protect the meat. Remember, open fire is not a convection heat, right? So we have to go aggressive on the meat, right? And the fat is gonna protect that from drying out or overcooked. That said, my strategy is gonna be cook in this side 75%, 80% of the cook. And I believe it's gonna render all of it. But if you don't like fat, you can take it at the end, right? It's not a big deal. Let's season this baby and put it on the grill. Let's keep it Texan. Let's do Texas salt and pepper. It's a little windy today. If you can see my beautiful hair, that's gonna be a challenge. Wind is always not good for open fire, but you have to adapt, right? That's another characteristic of open fire. You need to adapt all the time to the conditions, to the protein that you're cooking, to the grill that you're using, right? To the weather. That's what open fire is all about, adapting. I like to go heavy. We're gonna ask Santi to bring the cross. Santiago here is a freaking legend, dude. He's a freaking legend. All right. Okay, that's the clam rack of the Fog STX. Why I don't season this part? Because again, it's gonna cook on this part, it's gonna render, it's gonna melt, so all the season you're gonna put there is gonna drip down to the grill. So it's not necessary to put any seasonings there. We're gonna put it high up here. Yep, okay. So the rack is ready. Let's go to the grill and think about the strategy because we have a win. See the strategy on how we're gonna cook it, okay? Vamos. Okay, so we have our fire rolling here. I like this fire, a big fire, and now we need to decide where to put the rack, right? So we can put it anywhere around the grill, right? And this is very important for this type of cooking, asador style, right? As you can see, I don't know if the camera can tell, but the wind is blowing from there to there, right? So that's why you can see the flames doing that. So that means that in this part, it's gonna be extremely hot, right? Remember what I said, you always have to be in control of the cook. So we're gonna put the rack here because you never want the wind towards your meat because then you lose control. That said, and I'm gonna show you how to regulate and how to calculate the temperature you're gonna cook on. Remember, fat side first. As you can see, right, this rack and this support, you can change the angle, right? You can go up and down. And now, yes, you have to use the Al Frugoni thermometer, right? Because that's how you're gonna control that heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want the medium heat. Remember, 5, 6 seconds, 7 seconds is a medium heat. That's what I want. Maybe it's more hotter here than here. So that make me think maybe you should put the thicker part under it. That's a decision we have to make very soon. Normally, if we don't have zero wind, the upper part, believe it or not, is gonna be hotter than the down part, right? But now, you can see, the wind is blowing, right? I like the heat that I have here. I don't like the heat that I have here. See what I mean about open fire? You start the cook, and like 2 minutes later, you have to adapt. So we're gonna adapt. We're gonna flip this upside down. Now we have the point of the brisket under. And now I like that. But another thing, guys, when the wind blows like this, it's gonna make the fire hotter. And also, you're gonna burn a lot more wood, right? So Santi, get ready with the wood because we're gonna burn a lot of oak today, baby. Like I said, a lot of wind, we're gonna burn a lot of wood, so maybe in 20 minutes we have to come back and add more wood, right? Vamos! We're in the 1 hour mark. The wind is still blowing, the fire is too hot. You can see the color here. I think we are a little ahead of what I wanna be. See the drippings? And the first hour, I don't wanna see any color, right? The first hour is to take this meat to room temperature, right? The reason why this is happening is the wind. At this time, we have two choices. One is lower the heat, that I don't wanna do that because it's gonna take forever. And the second option we have is to make a salmuera and keep this thing moist. Help the moist, you know, because again, I feel the fire is very aggressive, so I think the salmuera is gonna help. A lot of people ask me on the comments where I shoot, you know, where's that place? So let me show you. This is our place that we rent in Comfort, Texas. We have the beautiful Guadalupe River that for us in Texas, South Texas, is a huge river. Maybe other states are gonna laugh about us. This is what we call the content house, right? This is a house that we rent to shoot content. We use it as an office, we use it as a warehouse. Some people stay here when they come to shoot, a guy there. So this is where we work. Then we have some rosemary growing here. So we're gonna use this as a brush to apply the salmuera on the brisket. Not only is gonna work as a brush, it's gonna season the meat as well. I love rosemary. Beef and rosemary, they pair so good. Vamos. We're gonna put some in the back as well. Normally you don't do this, but again, because this is a special kind of cook, it's a very tough meat, we wanna keep it moist all the time. Remember, we're doing this for the first time, so we are learning while we are doing it. It could be super good, it could be revolutionary, or it could be complete fail. Keep watching and you'll see what happens. Again, remember, keep adding the wood, keep maintaining these 6 seconds that you want, right? Let's come back in 2 hours and see what's going on. Okay guys, 3 hour mark. I like what I'm seeing. I kept adding wood. The wind still going. Now it's kind of like going in this way. So we need to adapt again. What I'm gonna do is to put the fire a little bit more over there so we can, you know, we can compensate that wind that is blowing in this side. We already took the cold out of the brisket. Now if I can touch it back here, I don't feel warm at all, but I stopped feeling that coldness from the refrigerator, right? Now I can tell it's in room temperature. It's still a long way to go. I like this. Ooh, I like it. Kind of a little too much for me, but now that we are 3 hours in the cook, I can allow myself to heat it up a little more. What you don't wanna do is like cook it fast and hot on the first hour or 2 hours of the cook. That's the worst thing you can do. You don't wanna overcook or seal the first layer of fat, because the first layer of meat is gonna warm and cook the second layer of meat, and then the third layer of meat, and then it goes all the way to the other side, right? Like the first hour you heat it so much, you're gonna overcook the first layer, it's gonna seal, and the heat is not gonna penetrate anymore. Call it in Argentina, no lo arrebates. Don't overcook the first layer. That's mega important. Sorry if I talk too much, guys, but it's a lot of information that I wanna share with you. And when I talk too much, mate. This is mate, guys. This is an Argentinian tea that makes your balls bigger. I'll put that. You're gonna put that, I know you. Yeah. Okay, guys, Santi remind me. We said we're gonna use the thermometer, right? Let's check the temperature. So now it's, what the hell? Now it's 96, that's the temperature here, right? 113, 114, let's go here. 115, now it's 111, what the hell? 3.5 hours, 115 internal temperature. That means, no idea. All right. I love the thermometer, but I'm gonna guide myself with my thermometer, Alfregone thermometer. So I'm gonna flip it when I feel warm here. I'm thinking 2 more hours. Let's see what happens, okay? Stay with me, yeah? Stay with me, vamos. Guys, quick update. See what happened here? When you're like doing like long cook like we are doing now, you know, the ashes start piling up, the grease start piling up, right? And then they mix grease with ashes, and then this happened, right? A fire just started here because of the heat. I don't like that. I don't like that fire under my meat, so we need to take care of that. How you do it, right? Not blow, like, don't do that. That's stupid, right? It's gonna make more fire. If I start moving around, see how it moves around? I'll actually make more fire. So this is a very, very easy fix. We shovel back to there, right? All the ashes and the fire, back to the fire. Okay guys, a little over 5 hours here. We kept the fire going all the time. I like the heat, I like that color, but there's something that is concerning. Back here, when I touch it, I don't feel any difference from the last check that we did. So we're gonna do the thermometer thing. I think last time was 115. So it's 140, 141. So that means, I don't know what that means again. So I think it's decision time. In my logical thinking and the experience that I have, this should be already warm here and the heat would have to penetrate more. That didn't happen yet, so we're gonna do something, maybe it's gonna help that. Cook and why, okay. Adapt all the time. With this in the back, we're gonna retain more of the heat so the wind doesn't blow it away. So we're gonna speed the cooking process, hopefully. It might not look pretty, but I think it's gonna work. Vamos. Barça! Okay, 6 hours in. So now, the moment of the truth. I'm gonna feel here in the back, okay? Okay, I like it a lot. Let's do the thermometer thing. 165, okay? Again, I don't know what that means, but if I were me, if I'm gonna use Alfregone thermometer, I would say time to flip. Look at that, guys. I wanna take a picture of this and send it to my friend Jeremy and see what he thinks. Again, remember, this is not smoking. We can't pretend to have the same bark that we have if we are smoking it, right? I'm gonna keep the same kind of fire. We're gonna keep the lid on. Let's come back in 1 hour and check it out. Vamos. 7 hours in, the internal temperature didn't move at all. If we keep cooking like this, we're gonna overcook it and dry it. So we did all that we can on open fire. I think we don't have another choice than wrap it and finish it wrapped. 7 hours in open fire is a very extremely long cook. Let's go and wrap it. I'm not good wrapping brisket, so don't judge. Not bad, huh? Now we need to put tin foil because if not, we're gonna burn the butcher paper. Wrap the present, let's go back to the rack. I hope this works, guys, and let's come back in 1 hour and see. Almost 9 hours and we reach 200 internal degrees. This thing is dripping. Let's pull it out. Let's rest it for 1 hour. I'm not gonna rest it for more. Ah! Ah! Finally. Ah, I'm so happy. I can say open fire brisket is more difficult than send a rocket to Mars, dude. What the hell? Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, baby! Woo-hoo! We're gonna rest it just 1 hour. We are too tired, we are too hot. 1 hour and we're gonna slice on it, okay? Vamos. Finally! Woo! I have to say, guys, first of all, I have to say I understand why people use it, because you need, if you're gonna smoke, that's a necessary tool and very convenient. For me, it was extremely confusing. I didn't know how to use it exactly. Again, no hate with thermometers or the people that use thermometer, but I'm gonna stick with my Al Frugoni thermometer right here. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Okay, you can tell it's still hot. Didn't rest it enough. Definitely doesn't look like a smoked brisket. Feels wiggly, but no, definitely no as a smoked brisket, right? Probably my friend Jeremy right now is grabbing his head and nodding like, what the hell are you doing? I'm not an expert in smoking, but I can say this. It smells incredible, looks incredible. The bark is not the one that when you smoke, right? It's a different bark. It washed a lot when we put the foil in. I don't know how it feels, man. I don't feel good. You see, it's kind of stiffy, but again, I guess we don't know until we cut it, right? You guys ready? After 10 hours. Yes, it's juicy. Let's cut the flat. Now is when all the haters are gonna start, right? Moment of the truth. Santi, you have to be honest, dude, okay? For me, it looks tough. I don't know. Vamos. 1, 2, 3. The flavor is really good, right? It doesn't taste like a normal brisket, but the flavor is really good. It's very juicy. The texture is not so, tough, but it's not so tender either. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's not bad, all right? But again, see? Okay. Let's see. Almost there. Pull test. Almost there. Let's go with the point. I can tell by the knife this is more tender. Let's go. I would say the same. The flavor is very good. It's very juicy. The texture is way better than the flat, like always, right? I like it. I really like it. But final conclusion, it's worth 10 hours and I don't know how many kilos of firewood. Absolutely not. Again, it's not bad, but I prefer smoking 10 times better. Doesn't worth the time. Don't do it. It's eatable, yes, but not worth it, okay? This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, something different. If you like this kind of content, follow. Every week we're gonna be posting something new. Vamos, Al Frugoni, Open Fire Brisket out, y vamos. Boom!